right, Brandon McDaniel, how you doing, friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for coming out today. I hope traffic wasn't too bad.
It was crazy.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about Houston traffic real quick. I was about 5 miles down the road about 4:45 p.m. today, and I got home at about 5:45. 5 miles down the road, 1 hour, 60 minutes. I couldn't believe it.
I had better luck then because I was 3 miles from here and it was only 20 minutes.
3 miles, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Which direction were you coming from?
I was coming from south. So I came up 288 to 45, exited Memorial, and came up Shepherd.
Wow, okay. Well, very cool. I'm glad you made it. We've been trying to get this thing scheduled for a hot minute now, and I know we ran into some scheduling conflicts previously, but yeah, thanks for coming out, man. I saw you at the market the other day doing your thing, and it was rather impressive over there dishing out all your products, and over there in Market Square in downtown is just a beautiful spot to do. I'm sure that probably runs a pretty good penny to have a spot right there, huh?
The price for the market actually isn't too bad.
Really?
And we get a good turnout, return customers, new faces each weekend. We'll be there Saturday, actually.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Is this like a weekly thing? Or?
It is. So it's somewhat seasonal. The Market Square Park Farmers Market, it's a season on, season off, season on, season off. So it'll be running through, I believe, the 25th of May, each Saturday. Until then, it'll take a break for the summer, and then we'll be back with it around September through November.
Wow.
Then it'll take a break again and come back, and so on. That's how that one goes.
Sure. Yeah. The first time I went over there, I was actually dating a girl that lived right there at Market Square Tower, and she was like, "Have you ever been to the market?" And I'm like,
pop up at the tower sometimes.
I said, "What? What market are you talking about?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's the market right outside." And we went out there. They were playing. They had a band playing. People were dancing.
Was it the first market?
Man, I don't know. This was probably around
October, November.
October of 2023. So,
yeah. And
that's actually the day that I grabbed your business card, I believe, or maybe it was your social media at the time. And even then, I was trying to process what I wanted to do here, and so I had a running list, and your name was definitely there. So, like I said, I appreciate you for coming. And you could actually just grab Larry and take him off. He'll take advantage of any loves that he could get. So
we love our study buddies.
Yeah,
we got soap for them too.
Yeah. And do you guys provide soap for dogs?
We do.
Wow. Okay. How does that work? Is there like a different formula for human versus?
Well, yes and no. The formula we use is different from the rest of our soaps because it's a pure coconut oil soap. A lot of pets, just like people, have allergies.
Yeah.
So we try to make sure we don't use anything that might affect them negatively.
Sure.
But come on.
Yeah. Come here, Larry. What? I got you a little pad over here. You can lay down. Yeah. See, my problem is that when I put him in his cage, he's like, you could hear him whining and stuff. Yeah. So he stays in his cage all through the day, and so in the evenings
once he
he's
gets
like,
out, he's ready to go.
Yes, he's like in the evenings, like, let's play. But honestly, we just went on a run about not too long ago, and I thought it was going to wear him out, but as you could see, it did not. So, but yeah, today I actually did something different. I put a 45-pound vest on and took off run. I ran about 3 miles or so, and dude, I was questioning life about halfway through, and there was nowhere else to go but finish the other half. So,
hey, health is wealth, brother.
Man, I know. And then I just the 5 miles, that drive that I was coming from was actually from Chipotle. I had to stop and get one of the burrito balls. Oof, get some of that queso on there.
You ever go to Burritos?
No. What is that? Is that a
Chipotle,
Houston thing?
But better.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
And bigger.
Really?
Yes.
So like just a bigger portion, or like a bigger facility?
Bigger portion.
Okay.
Facilities are about what, but the flavors are better. Sorry, Chipotle.
No, I'm in the mood to bash
better.
Chipotle today. I'll tell you why.
The prices are good. The service is hit or miss, but the food always hits. The closest one I know of is in Pearland. That's the location I go to.
Man, there's always some gems in Pearland.
Throughout the city. Sometimes.
I heard there was a bunch of like sushi spots over there that were very cost effective
Yeah, but
and
I'm
excellent.
so regular, bro. I'll eat HEB sushi and be happy.
Yeah, there's actually I actually know a girl that she works for the company that makes all the sushi for all the HEBs in the area, which is really cool. So I may have to talk to her about being on the podcast a little bit. But
It's good. It's better than it was when it started. I remember when they started. They were giving out samples just to try to get people to try it, and it was so nasty at the time. I busted open a pack of M&Ms and
oh
started
yeah,
eating it to put a taste in my mouth, and the cashier was just staring at me. I was like, "I'm gonna pay for them."
yeah,
But yeah, it's really good now.
man, yeah. So back to Chipotle real quick. I got there today, and man, this guy behind the counter, I'm like, yeah, I'll take the burrito bowl, brown rice, steak. I'm gonna get steak is my protein. He gets like this little bitty scooper, and like picks up I'm exaggerating a little bit, but picks up like one little scoop of beef and like puts it on there. And I'm like, come on, man. You see how I'm ready to roll here. Like,
They're trying to
don't be
make up for
skimping me
that
like that.
TikTok hack where people were getting like the tacos and getting all the extra ingredients and were making a bigger burrito or bowl than
Was
they were giving.
was that a thing? That was a recent
that
thing.
was a thing. So now they're trying to make up for it. I lied though. It's not burritos. I said the wrong name.
Okay.
Burritos is really good. It's really good, but I haven't been there in a while, and it is like the same kind of thing. But the one in Pearland that I was talking about is called Freebirds.
Oh no, I've had some Freebirds. Freebirds is legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Freebirds back in Beaumont that we always went to, and that's where I'm from. And dude,
I got family up there.
man, I would smack one of those big Freebird burritos. Oh man, yeah, those were the days where I wasn't counting my calories. But anyways, yeah, man. So let's jump to your business here. So how did you get involved in this business that you've created?
So everything kind of has its own story.
Sure.
It's not just this. So as far as soap goes, I've always been the type of person who wants to be clean, wants to smell good,
Sure.
wants to feel good. So I've always been into soaps. It hasn't always been the best soap, but I've been into soap. And never really cared how much it cost. If I liked it and wanted it, I get it. I'm country as hell, if you can't tell from my speech. But I grew up in the country, and my granddad, he used to make soap when I was little, and he taught me how to make soap.
Wow.
So it's been a thing I've always known how to do, and I would do it from time to time. But until a few years ago, it wasn't something I would have ever imagined pursuing as a business. It was just a thing that I could do, you know?
Right. So you just pretty much started this from when you were young. You know, you had family ties that
Yeah.
that were involved in just like making good smelling soaps, and then
Well,
soap.
I ain't gonna say good smelling because he'd make it from like lard and tallow.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually heard some
And
tallow you could do
tallow
some really good
soap
stuff
is
with.
great quality. Hell, lard soap can be great quality, but there was no scent. He wasn't adding essential oils or fragrances. It was just raw soap. You know,
Right.
soap essentially is just
I mean, if it cleans you, it cleans you. You know.
water, fat, lye. No matter what your fat is, whether it's animal based, plant based, lye and water to saponify it, or liquid. I'm not even gonna just say water because we use a lot more than water, and a lot more than water can be used. Scientifically, soap is just glycerin and salt. Once it saponifies, that's what you have left. You have glycerin and you have salt. But I'm not gonna get too scientific.
No, hey man, please. Yeah, I'd follow along with you pretty well. I took a bunch of chemistry in school, and they didn't have a soap class, but we did cover a bunch of things that involved just the chemical background of creating soap, for instance. And can you go a little wrong? And if you get your recipe,
Yes.
what
Yes.
kind of effects can that have?
So several, and that's a big thing about recipes and formulas. Those are two different things. Recipes are for cooking. Formulas are for creating. A lot of people
Getting artsy.
follow recipes they find in a book or online and they think they're good to go, but you got to test it. You got to do your own research on that to make sure it's properly formulated. You can have soap that's too lye heavy, meaning it's too much lye in the recipe and it becomes acidic.
Now,
It
what
can
is lye now?
Lye is either potassium chloride or sodium chloride. One forms a solid bar and one forms a liquid soap. But
Gotcha.
you mix that with your liquid and your fat, and it creates soap. If you're creating a bar, you're gonna create a loaf, and then you're gonna cut it up, and you'll have your bars. Creating your liquid soap is gonna make a paste, and then you dilute that with water, and you get your liquid soap from it.
It takes a lot of trial and error.
Yes,
To
fun
do that,
trial
yeah.
and error.
Fun
though.
trial, yeah.
Fun trial. Well, it ain't fun when you feel like you're wasting money when it does go wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, you learn from it, or at least you
Sure.
should. But soap can be too lye heavy, which makes it acidic, and it could irritate or burn your skin, whether it's instant or over time. It could be too oil heavy to the point where it never solidifies, and you just got some kind of slimy sludge, or oil heavy to where you have too much excess oil, and it starts to spoil or go rancid in the bar. So you'll see like weird discolored orange spots or greasy spots on the soap. That's when they've super fatted it too much. And super fat, which is something we do to all of our soaps, and that's why our bars, compared to a lot of others, are more moisturizing, is when you add a little bit more oil than you need to.
Gotcha. So this is the product right here, and this is something that's been sculpted over time. That's excellent. That smells amazing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
These are our top two selling products. And I'm not going to say just products, top two selling lines, because as you can see, they kind of have their own systems, so to speak.
It feels excellent. It's not like rubbing off on my skin, and it seems to hold the bar shape pretty well. Even with the temperature of my hands, I'll grab some dial soap or something, and you'll feel that like.
So every soap isn't created equally, and there are a million types of soap. When you look at some of those commercial soaps, the ingredients that they use, they're not technically soaps. They're more syndet, which is like a synthetic cleanser, so to speak, or a hybrid where it has some soap ingredients and some artificial ingredients to either make it harder, last longer, smell louder, or lather more, things like that. Then you have a cold processed soap, which is what this is, and we make that by melting down all of our oils and fats, mixing the lye and water at a certain temperature, the essentials, herbs, botanicals, what have you, mixing everything together, putting it in a mold, letting it cool down, solidify, cut and cure. You have hot process, which is cooking the soap, where it's a similar process, but you're cooking it in a crock pot or in a pot on the stove. And once you pour it, some believe it's good to go and it's ready to use because it's already saponified from the cooking. It can be used, but it still should cure just like the cold process. Curing is when the water evaporates from the soap and the ingredients bond, and formulate a better soap.
Man, this man is Walter White with this soap. Yeah.
You can use it and lather with it instantly, but it's not going to be at its best quality until it cures. So always give your soap proper chance to cure. Then you have melt and pour, which is a pre-made base. Sometimes they're all natural ingredients. Sometimes they're synthetic, or sometimes it's a blend. But with melt and pour, you get like a brick or like cubes. You cut it up, you put it on a stove or in a microwave, you melt it down. You add just a wee bit of scent, a wee bit of color, what have you, and you put it in your mold, and you can pop it out like almost instantly because it's already made. So you're just doing your additive, your look, and then it's ready to go. Those are pretty cleansing. They have a very mild and gentle pH. That is a benefit of melt and pour. The low pH, so they're great for sensitive skin, but they don't have as much lather, and they're not as cleansing as a cold process or a hot process bar. I
And
call
by
them
cleansing, you mean pretty much cleansing your skin, like you're pulling the dirt and all the
dirt,
grit from your
oils,
pores.
yeah, detoxing, clarifying the skin.
Mm.
Those are gonna give you closer to a store bought bar cleansing, where it's gonna feel moisturized and you'll feel it, smooth and silky on your skin. But if you go behind that and wash with something that's really cleansing, you're still gonna be getting dirt and oil off yourself.
Man, that's the positive thing about having good quality stuff. You have something good, it works well. You don't really need all the other BS.
Yep.
So very very good. Kudos to this. And I know I was with some family the last time we went to the market and saw you guys, and they are they love it. They love the smell and everything. So it says this is made with matcha green tea.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, it's like you just put the powder in there and you just mix it in there. Wow.
So we use fresh but dried. You always want your herbs and botanicals to be dried. Don't introduce any more water to your products than you need to. It's safe with soap, but if I was adding it to the moisturizer, it would go bad. Adding it to the oil, it could hibocculate too. So just be mindful to make sure your herbs are dried. But we dry our tea, we grind it up, and then we put the powder in. We do the same with our sea moss, our calendula, and this one. You ate it in this
Yep.
because I'm getting.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
So
No.
this one is our most herbal. It's infused with sage, mint, moringa, matcha green tea, calendula, and sea moss. And we do a full line of these products. We have the soap, the moisturizer.
This was another big hit that I saw at the market the other day.
Yeah.
This is the sage and mint. Okay, let me smell. Oh man, this is sealed. Do you mind if I pop it up?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, you guys seal them yourselves too?
Mm.
Oh, dude, everything is just a clean smell, and that's what I really like. It's not like there's not a strong fragrance. It just smells.
We don't want anything to
Clean.
be overpowering scent-wise, because we know everybody has their colognes or their perfumes they want to put on, or some people enjoy their own natural smell. We also have the sage and mint hair and body oil.
Oh, I love how you guys have that. What is that in there?
That's sea moss.
That's the sea
Sea
moss,
moss
dude.
and
It looks insane. Let's see. Can I pop this thing open here? Let's see. So this is hair and body oil. Jesus, Lord knows I need some of that on my scalp. I've been my grandfather, he had pretty thin hair, and he kind of passed on the genes to me. So it's like
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
oh well.
It wasn't from my granddad though. He died with hair. It was from my dad.
No, yeah. Sometimes Dad'll do it to us. Speaking of dad, man, I had my dad. And speaking of soap, dude, this is amazing. What flavor is that? What is that?
That's the sage and mint.
Wow, dude, that one hits differently. That smell
And this
is
the most
incredible.
It's the most herbal. It's great for just about everything. As far as scalp and hair, it promotes growth. It mineralizes the scalp. Packed with nutrients. It's gonna moisturize, help lock
Wow.
in that moisture. Great for skin. Helps with the elasticity in the skin, keeping you looking younger. It's
face
great.
there.
It's great.
Yeah, no, it's
And the moisturizer, of course, has the same ingredients.
that smells so good.
Plus the water, aloe vera juice, along with the oils, butters, herbs, and botanicals. So it hydrates and moisturizes. And one of our newest products and part of the Sage and Mint line is our tea, which I love, and it tastes amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes and smells just as good as the rest of these products
Really?
smell and feel.
Wow. Well, hey, if you
And the energy boost on that is ridiculous.
really,
Ridiculous. While I was formulating them, I sampled everything. I didn't go to sleep.
oh, great. Yes. Hey, well, I'll take a couple.
I was up for like 2 days
Oh God.
because we did PlantCon
Yeah.
this past weekend.
And what is that exactly? What is plant
So
called?
PlantCon is a plant convention put on annually by Houston Plant Market. Shout out to
What?
Kenny.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Kenny.
So they put it on at NRG, and it's literally
This is a
plant
this is a
convention.
big event.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Plant con.
the second annual one. Annual one. We did it last year too, but it's a plant convention, and we go because our products are plant based. But the majority of the people there are growers, and they have everything from tropicals. There's a lot of tropicals. Plant accessories, whether it's pots, soil, different additives to help your plants grow. They had a few food plants there, which was all I was looking for, really.
What
if I
kind of
can't
food?
eat-
Like you
if I
talking about
can't-
like peppers
Yeah,
and like
like if I can't
jalapenos?
eat it, I don't really want it. My
Yeah.
air's clean enough. I got enough air cleaning plants in the house. I'm looking for the peppers and the tomato. I got strawberries.
Oh.
I got strawberries. I got a couple trees. I got a couple bushes. I got my mother-in-law some plants.
Wow.
You know, but I'm looking for stuff I can eat
Sure, yeah.
or use for product. You know, we
Yeah.
got a lot of herbs that we grow at the house: the calendula, lavender,
Can you
chamomile. What
use
have
strawberry for anything? You know,
You can, and I have.
really?
So,
How was
you-
that? What'd you make?
A soap.
You made a strawberry soap.
Strawberry soap with
What?
strawberry puree in it. We use a lot of food for our products. The herbs and botanicals are edible, most of them. Turmeric and the ginger in our turmeric and ginger soap, or our glow line, as the whole thing is called.
Yeah.
I've used carrot. I've done carrot soap. I've used pumpkin.
But that's great around October for sure.
The pumpkin, yeah. September, actually. September, people love it. October, the pumpkin market is already so oversaturated, nobody cares
Yeah,
anymore.
everybody's sick of pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice. Yeah, I know. I had some coworkers, and they were pretty burnt out on pumpkin by mid-October. So yeah, I could see where that's a thing. But not to interrupt, but I was saying when I was younger, I don't know if you've ever done this living in the country or whatnot, but my dad, he would take this soap and he would dice it up and put it on by itself on a hook and run trot lines. And dude, he would come
I've never
home.
fished with-
What, dude? Yeah, it's pink soap. I want to say the brand is Dial, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was a catfish magnet. You put it on, like I said, you just hook a block of soap on it and drop it in there. And what's weird is like you drop it in there and you could see like oils kind of come off in the water. So I don't know if anybody, I don't know if that's healthy for the environment, but we'll not think about it for now. But so it was a catfish magnet. We would have huge events at our lake house, and they would come over, or, you know, friends from.
You're out in Beaumont, right?
Yeah, well,
So were you
actually,
on the Sabine?
no, Toledo Bend.
Okay.
Toledo Bend. Yeah,
I know where that's at.
yeah. My family, they bought a little place out there when I was just a little bitty guy. And
Yeah, I'm from East Texas originally, so I know.
oh,
where it's at.
okay, yeah.
I grew up
It's in the Hemp
on
Hill
the-
area.
I grew up on the Sabine, so where I'm from actually isn't far from Hemp Hill at all.
Really?
You probably haven't, but have you ever heard of Joaquin?
You know, the name sounds
You know
familiar.
where St. Augustine is?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Center.
Center.
So it's gonna be right up past there, going into Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah, right in that
Small
area.
world, man. That's a small
But I grew
area.
up literally on the Sabine.
Wow. Yeah, same here, man. I when I was young, probably about 8 years old, I got bit by a snake out there, and that was a
That's crazy.
pretty rough experience.
So
Yeah.
you blessed to still be here.
Yeah, yeah. A copperhead, little baby copperhead, put two fangs in my right big toe.
still
Swole
got
up.
your toe?
Yeah, still got the toe. Yeah, I still got all 10 of them. But yeah, it was pretty rough, man. My foot, you could see the two fang marks, the two blood marks on the top of my foot, but it was dark, and I didn't know what happened, but I knew something felt kind of funny. And so I went in and I told my brother, I was like, hey, my foot feels funny, and looked, and sure enough, it was swollen. By the time that we got to, I believe, the hospital in Hemp Hill, it was, I couldn't walk. And they got me on a I want to say a plane. It wasn't a helicopter. Put me on a plane, life flighted me here to Houston. And they kept me for a week trying to get everything taken care of. I want to say a week, maybe
Glad they
maybe
figured out
5
what
days.
kind of snake it was, because that makes a difference too. 'Cause
Yeah.
all anti-venom is not going to work the same.
Sure. Yeah, and especially that it was a baby. The babies can't they can't I guess, dictate how much
Yeah, so it's probably
venom that
why.
they release. Yeah, so they just bite and it just goes everywhere. So, anyways, yeah, that wasn't the best experience, but it was an experience to say the least. You know, being able to fly out here and get proper care. You know, versus a small town. You know, imagine if that would have been back in 1800s. You had
That
nowhere to
was
go,
it.
man. That would have
That
been
was
my
it.
foot. Yeah, that'd have been my foot if at the least. You know, so but.
So is that what made you want to go into the medical field?
Yeah, ever since I was younger, I always was good at science and biology, and I would always get excellent, like an excellent job sticker on all my science stuff, and yeah, so I graduated from Hardin Jefferson High School out in Sour Lake, and I went to at Lamar University in Beaumont, and got my bachelor's in biology and chemistry. My plan was I was going to go into medical school. I'd go to medical school after I graduated. Well, I graduated, and I don't know, something was not pulling me in that direction, and so I ended up. Honestly, it was my mentality. I was like, forget school. I can make good money without having to go to school, you know. And so I worked a year in sales, which was interesting to say the least. You get into sales, and I'm sure, I mean, you know, being in your own business that involves a lot of sales and stuff, it's a cutthroat business, you know. So you gotta, even, you know, the people that you work with, you have to kind of watch because everybody's trying to get that one leg up. Anyways, so I got into sales, found out that that probably wasn't my final destination. Enrolled back at Lamar University to get my master's in biology. And after I graduated there, again, I was like, forget school. I'm sick of school. Let me figure out something else. And so I ended up moving here to Houston. And even with a master's in biology, you wouldn't believe how difficult it is to finally find a job. You know, I looked around. I probably put in 200 applications just to everywhere in Houston. You know, and I ended up back at the same sales position that I was doing before my graduate school, and doing the same thing, just at a different location. And I worked there for about a year, maybe a little less, and I started having the same feelings that I did before, from before. And so again, started putting my applications out there, and I got a hit for teaching 8th grade science at a middle school here in Houston. And I got over there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a teacher. Like, that's cool. You know, I have experience teaching at Lamar and stuff like that. But I did not know how brutal middle school was. You know, I got there, and especially this being in the third ward, I had kids fighting every day. I had to grab a little bitty, let's say little bitty, a middle school kid, and prevent him stabbing another teacher. I grabbed him right as he was swinging that arm down with scissors, and I saw little girls foaming at the mouth and screaming, "I hate my mom! I hate my mom!" Like, it was some brutal stuff that I saw at that middle school. So,
And that's a rough age. That's when they're trying to figure out who they are,
sure,
prove themselves
yeah,
to, themselves or this person or that person.
yeah,
It's a rough period.
dude,
And it's
so
when they
brutal.
start smelling themselves, so,
Yeah, yeah,
they feel like they bad.
yeah. So yeah, that's when I ended up getting my spot over at MD Anderson, and
Definitely a
I've been there.
blessing.
Yeah, I've been there for almost 2 years now, and so yeah, I guess it's things just happen as they should. You know, my theory is that if you keep pushing forward, no matter where you're at in life, you keep pushing, you keep striving to do better for yourself, then one day you're going to look up and say, wow, this is how far I've came, and that's what I'm trying to do with this thing. I love what I do, but I'm not in love with it. It's not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And so I'm using this as just kind of a artistic outlet. And yeah, cheers to that. It's podcast number 3, baby.
That's
Yeah.
what's up,
So
man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
No doubt.
Thanks for coming, by the way.
Not a
Seriously.
problem. This is my artistic outlet.
I could definitely tell there's some love put into
Yeah,
this
and
soap
we take
for sure.
pride in what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. Of course, this business is me. It belongs to me and my wife, and I think self-care in general is like our love language. We love making, we love using, we love supplying the city, the state, hell, the world, with our products.
Very cool. Yeah. So, do you guys do any type of CBD infusions or anything?
We do a CBD balm right
Okay.
now. We have made a CBD soap. We don't have it listed on our site because Shopify.
Damn you, Shopify.
But we do have it at the markets and the pop-ups periodically. We also do wholesale and custom orders. So people who want it, just holler at us. They can get it. We also do a few if you know events. So we have
If you know,
things
you
of
know.
that.
What is that?
If you know, you know.
Well, yeah. If you know, if you know, you
events.
know.
So
I should
we
should
have
figure this out.
those products at those events as well.
Wow. Okay. Well, so you were telling me that you actually spent most of your day restocking stores. Can you tell me more about that?
So we live down in Brazoria County, hence the Brazos Soap Supply, out along the Brazos River. That's south of Houston, down 288. But we're down there in Lake Jackson at Torrent Valley's Marketplace, which is an amazing store. We were talking about health a little bit earlier. It's the best way I could describe it would be like a health food store. So she has herbs, botanicals, detox waters, juices, lemonade, sea moss, and her sea moss is some of the best sea moss around.
Is that where the sea moss comes from? Oh, okay.
But hers is good.
Yeah.
I like it, and she has a peach flavored one, and I love peach any and everything. And that one's probably one of my favorite ones I've ever had, and it stays fresh forever. So I'm a big fan of that. She also does meal prep, so she has all of that in there, and then of course she has our products in there as well. We're in store in Alvin.
Alvin, Texas, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Alvin at the Enchanted Cottage, which is like one of my favorite places to go, period. I would probably go there even just like the previous store, even if my product wasn't in there, because they have my other love at this store, which is ice cream. Oh. The front end of it is
Don't get me started on ice
The front
cream.
end of it is an ice cream shop. And they're sponsored by Bluebell.
What's your favorite ice cream?
It's hard to find, but the banana split Bluebell.
Banana split bluebell. Oh my God.
You ever had it?
I'm more of a butter crunch. I think that's what the name is.
I know
It's
what
like
you're
the
talking
one with
about.
the Snickers. It's like the
I thought that was the one that was like Butterfinger.
Butterfinger. I'm sorry. Yeah, not the
we
Snickers.
were talking
Yeah.
about that
Oh,
one the other
dude,
day.
the butter
That one was
crunch.
good.
Oh,
Butter pecan is probably my favorite commonly found one.
okay. You know, another one that's really good is just flat out vanilla.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll get some of that, put it in a blender, maybe some like whole milk and cinnamon. Oh my God.
So you're making ice cream horchata?
Dude, it is so addicting and I need to stay away from it.
So like the bad part about it all is I'm lactose intolerant.
Are you serious?
Mess with ice cream, but like that's my one YOLO.
Yeah.
Like, I'll risk it for some ice cream.
I mean, of
every
course,
once in a while.
Bluebell, man.
But the store is amazing. They have the ice creamery in the front, all kind of candy, snacks for the kids. Then once you come into the boutique, first thing you see is Brazos Soap Supply.
Okay.
Then she has a lot of other awesome products and vendors, clothing, jewelry, candles, baked goods.
You a big fan of banana bread?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love
Nuts,
some banana bread.
salsa, all kind of stuff, man. all kind of stuff. They got some of everything in there. Like if you're looking for it and you're in Alvin, you'll find it at the Enchanted Cottage.
Dude, I was
It's
just
awesome.
in Alvin yesterday. My optometrist is out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
I went
next
out there.
time you
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
check out the Enchanted Cottage.
I will. I definitely will. I may just drive over there just to check it out on a weekend when I'm just out and about.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It's a dope spot. And then we're in Pearland at the Crafty Pear Boutique, which
Crafty
is
Pear.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is in Old Pearland, right before you get to Friendswood. It's on Broadway, right beside Gringos, I believe it is. But it's a nice boutique as well, and they have some of everything in there. Like it's beautiful. The ladies who own it, their main business is apparel. So they make shirts, hats, cups, and they're all customized. So they have their own designs, but they do a lot of designs for people. They do a lot for the schools and things like that. But their stuff is awesome. They're pretty awesome too. So if you're in the Pearland area, no matter which side of town you're on, make your way over to the Crafty Pear. It's also pretty close to 45 on the south end. You could take Dixie Farm Road and get right over to it.
So, what's the process of actually going out and finding areas to put your product?
So it varies, and it could be fun, it could be easy, or it could be a headache. The Crafty Pear, they reach out to us. They had a lady in there already with soap, and her products were really amazing, but she decided to scale back on her production, so she'd no longer be servicing the store, and I guess, were looking for another soap vendor. They came across us, thought we'd be a good fit, talked to us, and we agreed on it, and we're there. And it's going really amazing. I was nervous at first, being that the lady was established in the store and the area because she's a resident of Pearland. I didn't know how they would take to our products, but man, that first month in there was amazing.
Really?
It was amazing. And everyone's taken to us pretty well over there. We already had some customers who live in that area, so that helped word of mouth after new customers tried the product, the ladies in the store after trying the product. So shout out to them. I appreciate y'all greatly.
Yeah, shout out to the Crafty Pear. Sure.
The store in Alvin, we knew of it, and we were doing business with another person in Alvin. We were selling to them wholesale, and while I was dropping off an order there, they mentioned that store was like right down the road. I was like, let me go stop by, check it out. And I checked it out, had a conversation with the lady, and we decided our products would be a good fit there. And a couple of days later, I set up, and we've been rocking and rolling since, and we're doing amazing out there. The store in Lake Jackson, we've known her for years. We've known her forever. Since she was at her previous location, she used to have a restaurant. We'd go by there and get stuff to eat all the time. Here's the hoping and praying that she opens up one again because she can cook. She can cook. She used to do breakfast at that location. Some of the best breakfast ever.
What kind of stuff did she cook?
Susie, we need you to bring that breakfast back.
Yeah, Susie, I'm trying to try that breakfast. What kind of food did she cook?
Just a healthier alternative to traditional stuff.
Okay.
Like she had
like breakfast tacos and stuff like that.
we had waffles.
Oh, don't even get me
I
started
had
on
oatmeal.
waffles.
My wife doesn't really do oatmeal. She might have had grits or something. But it was like a
grits.
traditional breakfast, but it was like really healthy and clean.
Sure.
And flavorful, which is a hard thing for a lot of people to make clean eating flavorful.
Yes.
And she does that wonderfully. We're also in Humble. I didn't restock that yesterday.
Humble, Texas.
Yeah, but I'm going to be restocking over there soon. And that's our newest location, but it's called KMR Creations. And her boutique is amazing as well. She's a wreath maker by trade, I guess. And she makes beautiful wreaths for all types of seasons, events, themes, sport teams. Excuse me. She has a lot of Astros stuff in there right now. Like she has a full Astros room. So if you're a fan of the Houston Astros, get over to Humble to KMR Creations. She's got everything you're looking for, from clothing to jewelry and accessories to soap. some Astros themed
Got
soap
that
over
soap,
there.
yeah.
Bath bombs, candles, pretty much everything Astros is in there. A lot of great makers and crafters in there as well. It's an awesome store if you're in the Humble area. We have a few products in another boutique in Humble called La Vella Boutique. Shout out to those ladies. It's a really awesome boutique. It's more geared towards the ladies, and they have a play area for your kids. If you want to go in there with the kids, they give the kids something to do while you're doing your shopping. So it's a pretty awesome place too. And we're working on our next location, which will be in the Heights.
In the Heights. That's
At,
just right down the road then,
at
yeah.
Central City Co-op.
Central City Co-op. So now, what is the like I said, what is the process? So you find somewhere that your product is a good fit, and do you work out like a monthly deal, or is it like per sale? How does that work?
It varies on location. Just something agreeable on both parties. I've walked away from a lot more than I've accepted, and that's something you always gotta know how to do. Stand firm.
Sure.
Because some things will work for you, some things will work for them, but it's got to be something that works for both parties.
Absolutely. Yeah,
We
I
do
think
a lot of
there's-
wholesale too, which I'm a big fan of. Those are usually the places that aren't in vicinity. We're in stores in West Texas, a few places out of state. We sell wholesale via Fair. So if you're on any of our social media, if you've ever got a business card from us, that QR, actually, this QR right here, I don't know if you can zoom in on that.
We'll definitely put a link.
You can scan that QR and it has a link to everything, our website, social media, Google. Definitely hit Google and leave those reviews if you've used our products. We appreciate that greatly. But it has a fair link, which is a link to our wholesale. So if you have a store, a boutique, or if you're a pop-up vendor who's just looking for great products to sell that you don't make yourself, we do wholesale, and we're ready to supply you with soap.
Amazing. So now you said you guys do wholesale. Do you do just? I mean, I see you selling at the markets, and you kind of going per customer type thing. Are y'all shipping? Are y'all packaging and shipping these items yourself?
Yeah, everything we do, our hands go on. There's
Nice.
nothing outsourced. There's nothing, bought and resold. Everything we do is us.
Man, that's
probably
amazing.
why I be looking like that at the market. I be tired as hell.
No, I know you're working your
tired
ass
as
off for
hell.
sure. You're definitely getting it. Every time I see you, man, you have about 4 or 5 customers you're trying to handle at once, and I know it could get
And
definitely
you
hectic.
mentioned the sales. I'm not a salesperson.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
like
you know.
selling. I'm a product person. So what I do is I explain the benefits. I help you figure out what you may need. If you just want something, you can get what you want. But if you need something, I'm going to try to direct you to what you need that's actually going to help you. Because I'm a product person. Of course, this is how we make a living. So I want to sell it. But I'm not going to sell you something just to be selling you something. I'm going to give you what you need.
Well, a wise man once told me that real products, real good products, don't need to be sold, don't need to
Yeah.
be marketed.
Facts. Yeah, we don't use gimmicks. We don't make false claims. We make a lot of claims, and I'll be honest, we make a lot of claims that we shouldn't make because with soap, you shouldn't make medical claims. That's a thing, but we know what we put in our products and we know what they actually do. So if it does it, we're gonna say it does it. If it doesn't do it, we're gonna say it doesn't do it. Like, I know what I put in this, so I'm going to let you know what it helps with. I'm not going to say it's going to cure your cancer or something.
Right.
But I'm going to let you know what it actually helps with. And if I don't have any kind of additives that are going to do anything special, then I'm going to let you know this one, it just smells good. It's going to be moisturizing and cleansing, but it's not going to help with your pigmentation issues. But this one will. It's not going to help with your scoring, but this one will. It's not going to help with your stretch marks, but this one will. Oh, you got oily skin, don't get that. Get that. Oh, you got dry skin, don't get the charcoal. It's going to make you drier. Unless you want to moisturize right after, then do what you want and get the moisturizer too. Like, I'm going to help you figure out what's going to work for you, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, definitely a true artist, man. There very few people have passion in what they do, and you are definitely one of those people. So kudos to you, man. That you have good products, and it definitely shows the love and effort that you've put into it. So kudos to you and your wife. And
Not the
what?
face.
Oh God, yeah, you
Not
know.
the face.
Come here, Larry. Come here, boy. He's like, I really like Brandon. Come here, Larry. Come on, boy. We're trying to.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Did it pull something out?
It might have. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, we're good. We're good.
Cool.
Larry, always causing problems. But so, last thing, and then we could probably get on the outward way of this podcast. What kind of problems have you ran into just being a business owner? Anything with customer service or business.
Products have never been an issue. Products, because like I said, we're product people. We're not salespeople. But before we started this, we weren't business people either. We were product people. We knew what we were doing. We knew the benefits. We knew how they helped us, how they would help people. We didn't know anything about running a business. We didn't know anything about doing taxes or any kind of administrative stuff, proper scheduling, paperwork. We didn't know about any of that. So we had to either learn from other people, teach ourselves, do a lot of research on top of what we were already doing. That's really where the issues were, figuring out how to be a business.
Yeah, and you and your wife, y'all work together pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
We both have our own things, but of course we do everything together and
Sure.
run everything through each other. So I was saying, how I came about with the soap. She's more of a skin person. So she was into when we'll make body butters, balms, salves, ointments, lip balms, toners, cleansers, like any of the heavy formulating that's not the soap, that's her. I'm the soap guy, and I'm the hair and beard guy. But everything else, that's all her. I made some of the moisturizer recipes. I've never made moisturizer. That's all her. So everybody who loves how it feels, loves how it smells, everybody's like, ooh, the sage and mint or the cocoa cashmere, that's all her.
Okay. What's your wife's name?
Tamika.
Shout out to Mika. Yeah, I think it's very important to have a good partner when you're trying to accomplish things. The wrong person can definitely pull you in a completely different direction than you're actually wanting to go. And so yeah, how long have you guys been married?
On time, man.
Yeah.
On time. We've been married since 2007.
2007. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
2 kids and a grandkid.
2 kids and a grand. How old are your kids?
20 and 15.
Ah, yeah, they're just hitting that. They're hitting that age, man.
Yeah. Both girls.
Oh man, see, I grew up in a family of nothing but boys. I have 2 older brothers, so I wouldn't even know how to handle a daughter.
I still don't.
I'd be like, here, look, you could come make some moisturizer.
So my youngest daughter, she actually does make products.
Oh,
too.
really? Dude, that's
She
awesome.
does, but she doesn't do it in the way you're thinking. She watches us, pays attention to it. She knows what she's doing, but when she does it, it's because it's something she wants. So she'll come in and she's like, hey, you should make this. Let's go do it. And we'll make it and she'll get hers. And she's like, you can sell the rest.
Wow. Hey, you never know. You may end up coming up with like a crazy product like that,
Well,
you know?
we have. We don't make it currently. We might bring it back, but she made a vanilla shimmer body oil that our customers loved. But it was just something she wanted. But we might bring that back when we bring back the vanilla bean soap.
Vanilla bean.
Yeah.
The vanilla bean frappuccino at Starbucks is amazing. Come here, Larry. Yeah. Well, what I was going to tell you is there's a boutique down under the studio here, and you should stop by and see, because I know we went in there looking for some soap, the other day. I had some family in, and we went in there, and they said they came and got their boxes of product, and they left. So I don't know if that would be a good sign, but
No. All right. So if they just came and got their stuff and they left, they probably wasn't selling there. And that could be for different reasons. It could be either because the area isn't a good place for soap, or it could have been just their quality of product where people didn't want it. So it's definitely variables to it. But I'll look at it and I'll check it
yeah.
out. See what's
Well, with that being said, I will say that they did open a restaurant right underneath the studio, and it was open for maybe 4 months, and they closed down. They had a paper on the door that said, "Doors are locked. We are exercising our right to change the locks on this door. Pay your dues, and we will reopen it." And I was like, "Oof, there's some drama going on there." So yeah, apparently they ran pretty dry. And this is this building is new,
Yeah. And there's probably not a lot of traffic in the area as far as sales.
and the hard
That's what
part
I'm
is
assuming.
the
So
the
they
parking
might not have had
garage
their
is
rent.
sure, and the parking garage is just shoved in the middle, in the center of this little division here, and it's just really hard.
But I mean, Shepherd is a busy area.
Very busy.
So they just need to do either more advertisement or something to push people in the direction of the place.
Sure. Well, another thing that happened is I went downstairs and I was looking for a sauna room. I was looking, lately I've been trying to get maybe 4 days a week in the sauna. And they opened an infrared sauna downstairs, and I went to check them out, and it was like $195 a month. And I was like, there's absolutely no way
You got a
that
gym membership?
I have a gym membership. Yeah. And,
Yeah, just hit the sauna at the gym.
but here's the thing, that my gym doesn't have a sauna.
All right, get a gym with the sauna.
Well, that's where I ended up.
YMCA or something.
I ended up going to Hotworks,
Okay.
and they have like these little rooms.
Outworks is pretty nice.
Dude,
They're everywhere.
it's legit.
now.
Yeah.
They're opening it up everywhere.
So I got a membership there, and it's like 55, and I was like, okay, I could do 55. I can't do 195. That's like a car note, and I'm, it's.
What kind of car are you getting for?
I got a little Ford Escape. Yeah, I got it
Your
in.
credit amazing. Or you put a lot down on
Let me
this
just say,
soul.
I had a good cosigner.
Gotcha. Dude, I ain't never had a note of anything under.
Dude, you
under
know what?
4.
I may be lying. It may be 280.
Okay. It's like I've never had a note under 4.
I had to think about it. I was
anything.
like, maybe. No. So, yeah, prices are definitely going up.
Yeah, inflation's crazy. Inflation's crazy, and that was a big thing for my wife.
Has that been affecting you guys?
Yeah, but it's a big thing for her to keep our prices at a point where the customers can be comfortable making the purchase. She doesn't want to hit anybody over the head with prices. Sometimes that works for us, sometimes it doesn't. But we try to be fair to them while still being fair to ourselves.
Absolutely. I mean, you're definitely putting in your time, getting everything together. It takes a lot to put stuff together,
It
That's-
does, and we use nothing but quality ingredients. That's another thing about a lot of people. A lot of people don't know where their ingredients come from. They're just buying stuff. We source everything, whether we're making it ourselves or buying it online or through other companies. Our ingredients, we know exactly where it's coming from. We know the exact quality. If need be, we can lay hands on it for real.
Sure.
We're not just getting random things and throwing them together. And that's really important to us as business owners.
Well, that's very cool, man. I really appreciate you coming out tonight.
No doubt.
Where can we find you at?
You can find us online at BrazosSoapSupply.com, on social media at Brazos Soap Supply, on every platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Google. We're active, we're probably most active on Instagram. Facebook, we're pretty active. We're on TikTok, and then Google, Brazos Soap Supply as well.
Brazos Soap Supply. Well, Brandon McDaniel, I appreciate you for coming out today. And
Appreciate you for
man,
having us.
I really want to try out this tea. That's what I'm looking forward to. The sage and mint. But
So the teas are our newest venture. So our skincare branding is unmasked, and a lot of people ask about the term. They'll see it and it's in a jar. The moisturizers. They're like, "Oh, is this a face mask?" No. Unmask. The meaning behind that, and it was something my wife came up with, is showing your health. Unmask your health. Healthy skin. Fix whatever your issues are, unmask it. Now it's healthy, it's glowing, what have you. So that's our skincare branding. Our tea is Unmasked Wellness because it's, hitting you well. And we have a few blends available currently. They're similar blends to our soap. So we have the Sage and Mint, and it has everything the Sage and Mint line has except the sea moss. So it has sage, spearmint, moringa. It has calendula as well.
is
And
that a bacteria? Is that what is calendula?
Calendula is a flower,
Flower. Okay. All right.
but that's actually what this is on top right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me take a look. I see. Calendula. For some reason, I was thinking like one of those healthy bacterias.
No,
but
no.
very cool.
But it has amazing health benefits and it tastes amazing.
Amazing.
And it's definitely an energy boost. We also have the turmeric and ginger tea. The turmeric and ginger glow line is our top selling line, and that's my wife's baby. That's her creation.
Oh.
I'm the soap guy, but this was all her, and it's our top selling bar. The soap has turmeric, ginger, and lemongrass. The moisturizer and the cleanser do too. The facial serum does not have the ginger or lemongrass. We wanted it to be fragrance free because it's for face. And this whole line is great for inflammation, pigmentation issues, dark marks, scarring, stretch marks, wrinkles, sun damage, things of that nature. The tea infusion is going to have the turmeric, ginger, and lemongrass. It also has lemon balm, cracked black pepper, and green tea. And you would think with
I love
those
some green
ingredients
tea,
it
too.
would be spicy, but it's actually pretty smooth and balanced.
Very cool. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming out today, and thanks for bringing this line up. I'm definitely interested in the mint and sage tea. I think that's gonna be amazing. I've been going from like coffee in the mornings. I actually just had some coffee, which is probably gonna wire me up, giving me some time to edit this thing. But I'll do coffee in the mornings and then tea in the evening, and yeah, that's something that I definitely want to try.
This is gonna be a morning tea, brother.
Morning tea.
You don't want
Yeah,
this
that's
at
right. You
night.
said it kind of.
You don't want this at night. As far as a nighttime tea, though.
Oh wow, you got a full other compartment over here.
This is another one of our top selling and our favorite soaps, the chamomile and oats. That one's great for eczema, sensitive skin, dry skin, things of that nature. But we have a
Smells
chamomile and
clean.
oat tea, and a lot of people are like, "You put oatmeal in tea?" No. So it's chamomile and oat straw, and that helps with skin health, bone health. It calms the body down. It's going to relax you. That one will help you sleep. So that one will be a good one for nighttime, especially if you worked out during the day. It's going to help your body calm down, relax, help with any cramps, soreness. Pretty much help you regenerate while you sleep.
I'm definitely gonna give this a shot.
So
This is
we have those three teas. We also have a men's health, a women's health, and a butterfly pea tea.
a
available
butterfly
as well.
pea.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so we can find you at Brazos Soap Supply, and you will be at the markets.
Yeah, I'll be at Market Square Park this Saturday from 10 to 2 for Market Square Farmers Market. Leaving there, I'm going to be doing a 420 event because Saturday is 420 at Chiba Hut.
Oh wow.
Which is one of my favorite spots to grab something to eat in the city.
Beautiful.
Something quick. Yeah, definitely come by either location and check us out, depending on what time you're up during the day, where you're at, what you're doing, what you're trying to do. But you can see us at both of those locations My wife will be at Houston Farmers Market Saturday over off of Airline and 610. So y'all can stop by, see her over there for some of the best plant-based soap and skincare in the city. And Sunday, we won't be in Houston Sunday. Sunday, I believe, is when the rain is supposed to be coming through.
Oh, is there some weather coming?
Yeah, I believe so. But we will be in Dallas on Sunday at Bishop's Bazaar in the Bishop Arts District in Dallas.
Man, you guys are all over the place.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Austin, see y'all soon.
Oh, wow. You guys planning on expanding then, huh?
Yeah. We got to make the rounds.
Yeah, hey. You might as well.
We service in Texas from one end of the Brazos to the other.
Well, Brandon McDaniel, thank you for coming out today. And I wish you a safe drive on the way home. Don't let that Houston traffic get too crazy. It's what time is it? Yeah, it's about 7:30, so it's on the safer lines for sure. Yeah.
So nighttime is good for the most part, unless you're on 45. Unless you're on 45. I'm pretty good with traffic because I use Waze. Shout out to Waze. It will definitely get you around some stuff, and it'll let you know where them laws at too.
Yeah, I know. I have a little radar detector in my car, and
Oh, you be speeding.
no,
You be speeding.
never.
But it's good, and I will say this to the whole city: it's okay to take city streets. If you know your way around, take the city streets. Get
Take
off
the
the
city
highway,
streets.
clear the highway a little bit. Take the city streets.
Take the city streets, folks. Run red lights.
I ain't say that.